If you're looking for a way to elevate the potatoes and leafy greens on your plate, I have just the recipe for you. Hi everybody, my name is Corin, and today we're talking about Colcannon. Colcannon is an Irish dish that's traditionally served for Halloween, but with its staple ingredients that most of us have in our fridge or pantry, it's something that you can enjoy any day of the year. Now, I was first drawn to this recipe simply because I was so intrigued by the name, but it has quickly become a staple in my rotation because it can hold its own as a main course or as a delectable side. You'll soon see how simple, delicious, and easy Colcannon is to make.
To start, you'll need 1.5 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, cubed, a leek, white onion, and scallions chopped, and kale, rough chopped. In a large stock pot, boil your potatoes, and you'll boil them for 15 to 20 minutes until they're fork tender. While they're boiling, to a saucepan you will add vegetable broth, as well as a little bit of olive oil. And this will be to saute your onion, leek, and green onion. Season to taste with salt and pepper. And distribute your pepper a little bit better. Don't do what I did. And just allow that to saute. You want the vegetables to get soft but not mushy. And then eventually you'll add your kale. And you'll continue to combine these ingredients, allowing them to saute, to soften, but again, not to get mushy. And it'll take a few moments for the kale to break down. And I'm using Lacinato kale, also known as dino kale or Tuscan kale. And you can add a little bit of broth if you find that the saute pan it gets a little bit if the vegetables have absorbed all of the liquid. So just continue to work that through until your vegetables are sauteed. Now the potatoes are done, and so you'll want to, again, salt and pepper to taste. And we'll begin simply mashing these potatoes. So after your seasoning, you'll add a cup of milk. This is non-dairy milk that I'm using. And if you have a whatever your preferred fat is, use that. In my case, I'm using ghee, which is clarified butter. And now the mashing will begin. Obviously, I'm using a hand masher. If you have a ricer, that will work as well. But just continue to mash the potatoes, and I tend to go more for a rougher or more textured mash. And you'll want to taste just to make sure that your seasoning is as you want it. In this case, I needed a little more salt. And just begin to mix that together. Now adding your vegetables, your sauteed vegetables. And you'll want to fold your vegetables into the potatoes until they are evenly distributed. And this is nice and creamy. All those basic but wonderful flavors. Next, add 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. This gives everything such a nice depth of flavor. Mix the nutmeg in thoroughly. And now you are ready to place the mixture in a lightly oiled or buttered baking dish. I like more of a rustic approach to spreading this out. So I don't spread it out so that it's super smooth on top, but just retain some texture. Once you have that set, you'll stick it in the oven on broil for 5 to 7 minutes until the top is browned. There we are, out of the oven, and now for the final finish. The traditional recipe calls for melted butter on top. What I'm doing here is pressing my spoon, the back of my spoon, to create an indentation to create this well, and I'm using a combination of ghee and olive oil. And I'm just pressing a little bit deeper here just to distribute the melted butter a little bit more. Again, melted ghee and olive oil in my case, but use as much as you wish. And this is ready to serve. I really hope you try this recipe, and if you do, please comment below. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.